Hey, my name is Morgan Bryant and I work with Filter of Hope. I'm glad you're watching and are thinking about traveling with us. The purpose of this video is to give you some information that will help you prepare your team so you can have a great trip experience. We know that the more your team prepares, prays together, and practices what they will share, the better and more impactful your trip will be. So let's start with the purpose of our short-term trips. Obviously, to provide clean water to people around the world who are in desperate need. Unless your team members have been to a third world country and experienced abject poverty, they have no idea what they're about to see. There is no way to fully describe it unless you have been before. But once they do experience it, our hope is that this will shape their heart for the world. By using the water filter, we will be able to meet their greatest physical need and have the opportunity to discuss with them our greatest spiritual need. We want you and your team to be excited about missions and evangelism. Statistically, we know that not many on your team have probably led anyone to Christ, and this may be something really new and intimidating for them. Our hope is that your team will come back confident in sharing their faith and in their ability to do so. It's also important to understand that we partner with local churches in each country we work with. Everything Filter of Hope does is done through the local church. We don't want to create the image of wealthy Americans handing things out to those who are less fortunate than us. These churches have committed to follow up and continue a relationship with the people you meet long after you've returned home. We must remember that we are not representing Filter of Hope or your university, but the local church. This is something very important that we want all of our participants to understand so that we can represent the church in a positive way. Here are some keys to success. We will send you a team leader's guide that will answer the most common questions and walk you through what to expect for the time you arrive in country to when you return home. Not only does it have the packing list and medical info, but it gives you tons of information you will need to keep your team on track. There is also a team member's guide that you can use in your meetings to help better prepare your students for their trip. There are some other video resources that will help prepare your team as well. Filter of Hope will provide you with a video on how to install and clean the filter, along with a video on how to share the gospel with the filter. This is usually the area where people tend to get more nervous, but it's really the highlight of why you're going and the one area where you'll see God work the most. We want you to feel comfortable and prepared. That's why we created a very simple way your students can use the filter as a tool in sharing the gospel. So when you get there, here are some things you'll need to know. In every country, we go house to house to distribute the filters. We'll split your team into smaller groups, usually around 3 to 5 people, along with a translator, and usually someone from the local church. We call those people the community leaders. And remember, the goal is not to give out as many filters as possible, but to intentionally spend time with people, connecting with them and connecting them to God. When entering a house, your translators will introduce your team. In most cases, the families know who you are and know that you're coming and have prepared for your visit and are really looking forward to meeting you. Before you walk into their house, it's a good idea to designate a job for everyone in your group. Who will demonstrate the filter, who will share the gospel, who will open everything in the filter kit and get things ready. And also, if there are kids around, somebody to play with them so the parents can really listen to what you're saying. Lastly, you will need someone to be praying over the family while the filter is being installed. You can change roles at every house or do whatever works best for your group. Before you get to their house, make sure to have clean cups for each filter demonstration. Filter of Hope will provide you cups with your filters, so just keep 2 for each house that you're going to install a filter. It's important to only drink from the cups provided to you in order to help eliminate the spread of germs and bacteria. When you enter a house, remember, they're honored to have you as guests. Relax. They're not a project, but people to visit with. Spend the first 5-10 minutes getting to know the family. Ask about their kids, what they do, how long they've lived there, or if you see something in the house you can relate to, just ask questions and have fun. You want to get the family talking and make them feel comfortable. Everyone in the group should talk and introduce themselves. Then you will move into the demonstration and the presentation where only 1 to 2 people will be talking at this point. While in the house, make sure you're making eye contact with the person you're talking to. Even though it seems unnatural, don't look at your translator. Speaking through a translator is different and something you will get used to throughout the week. Just speak one sentence at a time or one phrase at a time and allow the translator to speak. And then keep going. You'll develop a natural rhythm and will be comfortable in no time. Another huge key for success will be your debrief meeting each night to talk about your day. What happened, who prayed to receive Christ, questions or conversations you may have had during the day. Take time to celebrate and share your stories every single day. Don't just wait until the end of the week, but instead choose to highlight the special things God is doing each day. Also, take the time to dig into what people really felt, as well as what they saw. Okay, now let's take a minute to talk about pictures. Everyone will want to take pictures to help remember what God did during the week, and we totally understand that. But there are good ways to take pictures, and there are bad ways to take pictures. Remember, you are a guest in their house, you're not on vacation, and you're not sightseeing. Wait until after all the presentations are completed and after you've prayed, and then politely ask if it would be okay to take a picture. We encourage you to say something like, "There are people back home who have prayed for you and donated money so that we could have this filter in your house. We would love to take a picture so we could go home and share that with them. Would you mind if we took one to celebrate what happened today?" Usually people will feel honored that you asked them to be in the picture if you ask it in the right way. This is a special moment for you and the family you were visiting, and we want you to remember it. We also want to tell you about a new exciting app that we've developed for your trip. Filter of Hope has created this app where now each filter you distribute can be tracked. This app will also store pictures and information about the family, where they live, and even a link to Google Earth so you can see exactly where they are. It's a powerful tool and it's very easy to use. Before leaving the United States, each person on your team will need to go to their app store and download the Filter of Hope app. When you get in country, we'll train you on how to use it. Each filter comes with its own unique barcode, which will be scanned by your phone, and the data will be recorded. When you get home, you'll also have the chance to reflect on the people you met during the trip. Again, we'll train you on how to use the app, but for now, just know it's a game changer and it must be downloaded before you leave the United States. We will be planning your schedule based on working in communities before and after lunch, and returning back to base each night. Meals will be provided either at the camp or hotel or by trusted cooks at restaurants we use on all of our trips. We'll also build in a free day so your team can relax and enjoy the culture and have some fun. We'll take you to the market, you can shop for souvenirs and some keepsakes to bring home from the trip. A Filter of Hope staff member will be with you the entire time, and you'll have access to translators all week. With that being said, we do ask that you stay with your group. Don't wander off and never go anywhere alone. Remember, you're in a completely new place and your safety is our top priority. We'll do our best to stick to your schedule, but the key to mission work in third world countries is to stay flexible. Remember, sometimes things happen that are out of our control. Tires may go flat, someone might be late, or the power could go off for a while. But with the right attitude, we'll roll right through it and have a great week. I hope this video has given you a basic idea of what to expect. But know that we are here to answer any questions and help in any way we can. Just contact your Filter of Hope trip coordinator if we can help in any way. We want to be here for you and for you to have the best possible experience on this trip. We can't wait to see what God does through you and your team. God bless you and have fun.